That question will come up. Let's get Naresh Gujral, BJP allies perspective. Can the mega NDA alliance happen? Can the mega NDA alliance happen? Can you do the impossible?
First of all, I'd like to correct my friend Mr. Singhvi that NDA has not announced its prime ministerial candidate. Mr. Modi has been announced as the chairman of the BJP campaign committee. Number two, even if I buy your figures, which I don't, NDA stands at 156, about 100 short of the halfway mark. I say 100 short because historically it has been seen that you don't need 272, you need 260. The small parties and independents always go with the winner. So at 260 you actually form a government. So all NDA would require is about 100 seats. Jayalalitha has almost indicated that she is quite comfortable with the BJP and the NDA. As far as Mr. Naveen Patnaik is concerned, his primary enemy in the state is Congress. So I see him coming back. I can see in Andhra Pradesh, the way Jagan has been harassed, he has no other choice but to come with us. Mamata Banerjee has said time and again how she detests the Congress. So for her to come back, I don't see a problem there. Then there are the small parties like Mr. Chaudhala's party, AGP and many other parties who would come towards us. And the President is bound by the Constitution to first invite the NDA. So we have the first mover advantage. So I see no reason.
I want to ask what's getting a question? We're now going to a panel question here quickly, very much. Then we haven't gone to any of the panelists.
My question to Naresh Gujral is that the scenario he's etching out is got so many ifs. If so and so comes, if so and so comes.
He's saying
I mean, the NDA idea was that the NDA would be close to 220, 230. And then 40 seats. But Mr. Gujral, Naresh thinks that he can collect 100 seats.
No, let's go to this side. Well, let's go to this side. The question to this side is, can the mega NDA alliance happen? Let's take a quick round. Meghnad this side, then we go around to this order. Meghnad this side.
BJP needs at least 180.
At least 180.
180. Below 180, BJP will not form government.
Aarti Jairaj, mega NDA alliance, can it happen?
Not under Narendra Modi.
No,
and not under Narendra Modi, definitely. And even under, say, an LK Advani or anybody else, it's a big question.
No, but won't anti-Congressism itself be the spur to allow it to happen?
No, all these leaders barring
But that's the BJP's dilemma, isn't it? If Narendra Modi gets them within striking distance, and then you have to move him out, how do you achieve those two things?
But Mr. Modi may move back because you may have to.
That is not how anybody reads the man. That is not how anybody reads the man.
Ajay Bose.
Or no, what is the message of these numbers? The regional parties are on top.
Absolutely, absolutely.
What is the message of the elections? The regional parties will not accept any muscular party or leader like
I'm coming to that. The message of this election is that the two national parties are down from 320 to a dismal 250, 59% vote. This country is being run by regional parties and they will have more say.
Arnab, the question is Mr. Modi the trump card on the albatross?
Okay, Manisha Priya.
No, I think looking at regional parties as a unified phenomena is really past the scene. The new thing that we have to see is that there are many more regional parties, far more difficult to tag along a third front than to find a party. You know, the BJP is coming up as a party.
I understand, but what he's saying, what Naresh Gujral is saying is also practical. He's saying, listen, the president has to call. The president
doesn't have to call.
Not at all.
No, watch it. Ladies and gentlemen, I yield to experience always. And I asked the experienced journalists on the panel. My understanding is the president has to call the single. My understanding is the president has to call the single largest group of parties with the strongest possibility of providing a stable formation.
The president can call anybody who he thinks can form a stable government.
It has to be based on numbers.
No.
What Naresh Gujral is saying that on the basis of numbers, the president will have to talk about numbers.
No, pre-poll
There's nothing in the constitution that's not smart.
Okay, so as Abhishek Singhvi says, this is a game, though I don't think it's a game. But if this game of numbers unfolds, Nirja Chaudhary, will Pranab Mukherjee in this situation have to call the NDA, and then maybe, the NDA is in a better position to co-opt more parties? You think?
See, he can call anybody. The president has the power, provided he is convinced the person can form a viable government. But Pranab Mukherjee will play it very cautiously. He will go by what he thinks is constitutionally correct and perceived to be constitutionally correct. So he won't be adventurous. So I would go along with you that he will probably call the single largest party first or the single largest.
Dr. Singhvi, I'm told, has to go in a few minutes. So before I move across, and I'm going to come back to you. I'm just going to come back to you, to all of you. Yeah, I put a second possibility in, theoretically. Now let's go to, I'm coming to you in a minute. The second possibility, now this is going to be unpopular. The second possibility is, can we have and however preposterous it may sound, the fact of the matter is the Congress party is in a unique position to bring different political allies together. The Congress party, for example, is the only party that can get Mayawati and Mulayam together. Theoretically, in the current situation, Mayawati plus Mulayam is 60 plus 6. And that really is the crux of Congress party's strength. So I would like to go across to what I call the Congress Super Alliance, a decimated UPA with 136 only can build together a super alliance. Our political analysis says, despite the terrible performance of the UPA has fought and can build a super alliance of 261. Let's understand how and why we debate. Tell me why.
UP at 136 at 30, BJP the two to already 61. YS Congress at 30, now 12. RS DMK have other can pull together. Hypothetically, the number like 261 would yet for the last march across 272, Mamta left.
So is the common force both strong enough to ensure the UP stitch together the alliance? Will the Congress try? Abhishek Manu, will the Congress party try? If it does so badly, even have a shot at forming the government? Would you like to do that? Or would you like to support the third?
That's not a question I can't answer. It's a number of options. We're going to do badly, and I'm going to answer it. Answer what we'll do after we do badly. It's not going to do such speculation. But let's look at structures. I don't want to do two politics. I want to do two structural points. One, of course, is that it is generally said that few of us are correct. Very big if and complete his own and I've told earlier. But if they are correct, it shows a very day for national parties. Not only the third, fourth one is occupying a near majority between two sets of parties. And that is for some special for all those who consider themselves national stage. It's true. Second is very important. I'm now speaking more and more as a lawyer than in politics. If you look at precedent, you take a situation and you have an answer. Mr. Venkatraman acted differently from Mr. Shankar Sharma. Mr. Narayan acted differently from the President. Mr. Sajid Reddy acted differently earlier. So there's a clear rule. I think that the view would be, constitutionally speaking, where there is pre-poll declared alliance. Pre-poll declared alliance with the PA with the NDA. A single largest would have edge in being first, but subject to a very important caveat. Suppose figure correct. Suppose, like I said, very big suppose. If the NDA is 15-20 seats more than us, in that case, on the day of the result, suppose the vast majority of the third or fourth were to be letters, either saying that we do not support the NDA with all the parties, or let us say that we support this formation third of the front. Then the president would be entitled. One second. The president would be entitled President would be entitled not to mechanically and by rote call the single largest pre-poll, but go by what he says in the Constitution, that party which can provide the most stable government. That's his assessment. And I think it's very difficult to assume that the NDA will get letters of support. This 100 jump, which my very good friend Mr. Naresh Gujral has done, is a leap of the imagination. It's not a physical leap which can happen in 2014. A leap of the imagination will not match the physical leap for 100 seats.
Well, Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad is responding. I think that's an interesting formulation because it goes completely contrary to how Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad welcomed he didn't welcome the result, but he said if this is the result, the president will have no choice but to call the single largest formation and give him the opportunity. And that's what Naresh Gujral's assessment also was. I thought the entire NDA game is to be the single largest alliance and then get a shot at being 90 or 100 seats short and put together the number. But so, Mr. Prasad, I'd like you to respond to Abhishek Manu Singhvi's interesting take on this.
I have also to add something more. It is a very peculiar phenomena that the BJP number is rising, even though substantially, yet BJP bashing is going on, Narendra Modi bashing is going on, as if we have been conclusively defeated today by the electorals of the country. Politics does not go by that, Mr. Arnav Goswami. And let me give an evidence of the past. Sitting in your channel, many eminent participants of your panel today who are sitting had predicted in the wake of UP elections and earlier that now Congress will not have its own president of India. They were proved completely wrong. Therefore, please don't overhype your assessment of a particular survey. And I'm sorry to interrupt. Another channel having more success record in the past has given NDA about 185, 190 plus. Therefore, let's leave it there. But yes, what I take from your assessment is that the apprehensions which you are flagging today would become the factor for the rise of BJP more substantially. Because people of the country are wary. Third front is history. It has no present, it has no assurance for the future. That by itself will propel BJP and the NDA to a substantial position. Now coming to the issue, who will be called? What Abhishek has said.
You didn't respond to what Abhishek Manu Singhvi said about the principle of who's likely to be called. But let me go across to the third option, Mr. Prasad. The third option, is whether a motley group led by Mulayam Singh Yadav can try and form the government in this situation, which is really a third front, which is a Mulayam Grand Alliance, which I'd like to put up on the screen out here. The challenge here is if the Congress party says that we have been decimated,
can I say one thing?
But we'll do a repeat of 1996, where we will back the single largest available party, encourage them to form a front to keep the BJP out. Is it possible? Many people think it is. But for that, Mulayam has to outdo the way Harkishan Singh Surjit stitched this alliance.
Absolutely.
Is this possible? What is the reading?
Absolutely.
Jay.
He would have to use all his experience that he got under the tutelage of Mr. Harkishan Singh Surjit. Mr. Harkishan Singh Surjit mobilized a number of 174 in 1996. He has the possibility, per this poll, to mobilize a number of 183. And that would be just a perfect replica of the 1996 United Front.
Well, he wanted a shot in 1996
itself.
He was stopped by Lalu Prasad. Can he have a real shot at becoming Prime Minister in 2014? Let's get Abhishek Mishra of the SP, who's with us from Lucknow. Sorry to keep you waiting, Abhishek. What do you think? Mulayam Singh Yadav told us earlier today we will have 70 seats with us. I don't know whether he meant in UP or whether he's already been able to get the committed support of a few other parties. But with 33 seats, what do you think Mulayam's game will be? Do you think he will want to give Prime Ministership a shot, which is why he's been staying and camping in Delhi in the first place?
Arnab, let me just say that, what a classic debate this has been in psephology so far. But we're not calling spade a spade. One thing that your results actually stand out loud and clear and they argue for is that the Congress is taking a dip and people are not gravitating towards BJP. Now, or BJP-led alliance NDA. What you want to really understand here, and which I think is being ignored so far in this debate, is the aspirations of local people are best captured and represented by people, by parties, by politicians who are closest to them. And that is where I think regional parties, the so-called regional parties as you like to call them, will have a major role to play because we are very close to people's aspirations. We touch their lives every day, we relate with them, we work with them, we struggle with them, we bleed with them, we rejoice with them. So I think that is something which has come out very clearly.
That's a lot of nice talk. And we're not doing the projection for nice talk, Abhishek. I want you to be candid. Abhishek.